welcome back to Celestia Astrology. I'm Sonia. Thank you so much for joining me for this AstroMindfulness meditation and the astrology of the Scorpio New Moon. This astrological event is significant because it's marked by the Mars cazimi, which follows it on the 18th of November. And it's also the culmination of the Scorpio-Taurus eclipse season. We've been in an eclipse season on the Scorpio-Taurus axis for over 2 years, since the end of 1991. That culminated with the last eclipse right at the end of October with the lunar eclipse in Taurus. And now we're seeing a closing out of that series of eclipses. So if those eclipses have been affecting you, you have strong Scorpio or Taurus placements in your chart, or even if you're one of the fixed signs and you've got Leo and Aquarius placements, then you're likely to have been affected in the last 2 years by these eclipses. So look back and reflect on what your story has been. This new moon sees a closure of that and a beginning of a new story. So this meditation is designed to help you align with the new energies that are coming in and enables you to tap into your inner strength and the transformational potential that we're drawing on. And I'll talk separately about the Mars cazimi as well that follows it up. Just at the time of this new moon, Mars will be travelling into the heart of the sun, and it'll be very, very close to the sun, but not close enough to be cazimi, where it's exactly in the heart of the sun in the way that the moon is eclipsing the sun. It's the same thing as like that eclipse moment where the two planets are so closely together. And the same thing, it marks this significant juncture, this like a travelling into the underworld, a death and rebirth of a story that completes for us, a cycle that completes. So we're looking at wherever Mars falls in your astrological birth chart, you're looking at a closing out of that story, which again would be a longer story. It's been a long time since Mars was last in Scorpio and met the sun for a cazimi moment. So we're looking at a closing up, I believe it's about 30 years, 32 years. I believe it was 1991 was the last time Mars met the sun in Scorpio. So you're looking at a closing out of that cycle, a very much longer story that is now being completed for you. And there is a death of that cycle for you and a renewal and a starting again with this new moon. So not only do all new moons symbolize the start of a new lunar cycle, and they offer us like this blank sheet where we can set intentions if we wish and state our desires and our dreams, and we can either do that with intention or otherwise we just experience a restart and a renewal. And this particular new moon being in Scorpio carries with it that energy. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and obviously Mars is in that sign, which isn't always the case. Scorpio is a sign that is often associated with transformation, regeneration, intense emotions, and that's because Mars in Scorpio is a feminine manifestation of Mars, and it's a yin type energy. So it's going inwards, it's a water sign, and it's a fixed energy. So that's where we're examining our inner emotions, and we're really reflecting on what's working, what isn't, what do we need to change. And we're really going deep into that. I quite often liken it, when you think of water and you think of still water, but maybe think of something like a hot spring. It's not flowing like a river, but there's still movement there. I visualise like a hot spring within a cave, that there's a depth to it and an intensity and heat as well, because it's Mars, and you don't know how deep it goes. There's a darkness to it as well, and you know, if you dare to go there, you don't know what you're going to find. So if you go in there, the emotions are going to be really deep and intense, but you know that it's going to be worth it if you do, because there's going to be this renewal, there's going to be this clarity that comes through, where the old story is closing out and finishing. And we're looking at this like rare time and this powerful time of Mars, where it's traveling into the heart of the sun. And Mars generally represents our assertiveness, our ambitions and desires, our focus and determination. But it can also represent where there's a potential for overheating, cutting off of things, violence and clashes and inflammation. Anything where things heat up. Mercury's co-present at the moment in Scorpio. So there's a chance for things to get said that you don't mean. So it's definitely a time to watch out for that, especially in the time while Mars is travelling into that. The death of these things, while it's in that overheating phase, be sure that you're aware of that and you don't allow things to overheat. just give yourself time to cool down. And if you feel that temperature rising, just be aware of it and give yourself some space. So in Scorpio, it gives the potential for profound inner transformation with Mars as the ruler, and a heightened sense of purpose, because there's so much drive and determined nature that the fixed energy gives that staying power, the ability to see things through. And this, combined with the conclusion of the Taurus eclipse season, suggests that it's very much time now to release all these old patterns, you know, the shorter cycle of the 2.5 years and the longer cycle of the 32 years, and to shed light on what's been hidden during this time, you know, to finally see everything for what it is and embrace this new beginning that we're being offered with clarity and determination to move forwards. We have an additional complication because it's never straightforward. The Moon, Sun and Mars are also opposite Uranus, planet Uranus, at this time. And Uranus is known as the Great Awakener. He brings sudden breakthroughs, the need for innovation, generally the unexpected. It's very sudden energy, like a flash of lightning or a light bulb going on. It's very forward-thinking energy. This can be a lightning bolt of insight. So if we're talking about looking for clarity and having breakthroughs, this can be the insight that brings it through. But when we're talking about overheating, inflamed passions, Uranus can add to that, and it can make you rash and impulsive as well. So certainly beware before you act on sudden impulses. You know, do take a moment, maybe check in with a good friend before you go ahead with something that's completely rash and impulsive, and just double think maybe. But certainly take the benefit of the moment to gain this fresh perspective on your life, because this is a rare time when we get Mars, the Sun and the Moon opposite Uranus. So as we prepare to start the meditation, keep in mind this astrology of the moment, the transformative power of the Scorpio New Moon, the energy of the upcoming Mars cazimi, and also this opposition with Uranus and what that offers. And if you're ready, then we'll start the meditation now. And I'd just like to invite you to settle yourself comfortably, whether you're sitting or lying. If you're sitting, just bring yourself to a relaxed position with your back straight. And bring your attention to your breathing. You might wish to close your eyes or just rest your gaze gently downwards and look at a fixed spot. As you bring your awareness to the present moment, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale, let go of any tension or distractions and allow yourself to be fully present in the moment. Become aware of any sounds around you. Can you identify the sounds closest to you in the room that you're in or the home that you're in? Could you bring them to your attention? And then can you release them from your awareness? And then can you bring to your attention sounds a little further away, in your immediate vicinity? Maybe just outside your home or just outside the room that you're in. Maybe the road outside. Can you hear any noises? Bring them to your attention. Don't judge them. Don't notice if they're good or bad. Don't give them any labels, just bring them to your attention. Don't attach any stories to them. And then just release them. They're not important to what we're doing now. Are there any other sounds that you're aware of that you can bring to your awareness? See if you can release them too, without attaching any judgments or stories to them. And bring yourself back fully present to the present moment, and back to the awareness of your breathing. Don't need to alter your breathing in any way. Don't need to judge it. And as you breathe, visualize a dark, starry sky above you. You know there's a new moon in Scorpio. Can't see it yet. The sky's too dark. It's a symbol of new beginnings. You know that as the moon waxes fuller, a small shimmering crescent will appear. But you know that at the moment it's hidden from sight. You have to trust that it's there. And so you sit under the sky and you feel that trust in the universe, in the same way that we trust when we can't see the sun at night, but we know and trust that it will rise in the morning. Know and trust that the new moon is there, even in the darkness. Reflect for a moment on anything that might mean for you, and what trust means for things that you can't see, things that you can't label, things that you just know. In a few days, we'll probably start to see this crescent. The crescent of the moon will start to appear as she waxes, and at that time, the Mars cazimi will start to happen, where Mars and the Sun unite. And you begin to visualize this intense energy as a fiery ball of light as Mars travels into the heart of the Sun. Can you visualize yourself sitting under the stars, but feeling the heat? Radiating strength and determination. As you sit there, can you feel yourself encased in an orb of red, warm energy? Can you feel its power infusing within you? Breathe this energy in. Feel it, ready to rebirth within you, ready to close out your old story and bring in your new. As you sit in this bubble of red light, you may see a vision, maybe showing you what the Taurus, Scorpio, Eclipse season of the last 2 years has been about for you. Can you see a vision of what that's been for you? It's symbolising the completion of a chapter in your life. Can you give thanks for what you've learned from this time? Can you see how you've grown? You reflect on what you need to release from this time. It's time to let go and make space for new beginnings. In the vision, whatever you need to let go of, place down, and you'll see a bubble of white light form. Place it down and let the bubble of white light form, and it just floats up. Let it go. Now, with the new moon and Mars opposite Uranus, imagine sparks of inspiration and insight illuminating your path. In your vision, see that path forward start to appear. See those sparks lighting the way all along that path. Maybe you can't see where the path is heading yet, but you can see which way to go. Can you see it now? Do you see yourself begin to move forward down that path, lit up with those sparks of inspiration and insights illuminating you along the way? What transformations do you desire for this vision? Breathe those transformations into the vision. Do you have any hidden desires you want to bring to the surface? Breathe those hidden desires into the vision. Do you have any breakthroughs in your journey you would like to achieve? Breathe those into the vision. How does your vision look now? Very different to the start, I hope. Keep breathing and keep building that vision of where you want to be. As you focus on your breath again, within your red orb of safety and protection, with each breath, draw in the transformative energy of the Scorpio New Moon and the strength of the Mars cazimi. With each exhale, release any doubts, fears or resistance that may be holding you back. Breathe in, drawing in the transformative energy of the Scorpio New Moon and the strength of the Mars cazimi. Exhale, releasing any doubts, fears or resistance that may be holding you back. Breathe in, drawing in the transformative energy of the Scorpio New Moon and the strength of the Mars cazimi. Exhale, releasing any doubts, fears or resistance that may be holding you back. Breathe in, drawing in the transformative energy of the Scorpio New Moon and the strength of the Mars cazimi. Exhale, releasing any doubts, fears or resistance that may be holding you back. As you continue to breathe, feel this energy empowering your vision. And now it's time to return. You see the vision start to fade, and the red orb slowly fades. You keep breathing, and you find yourself back sitting in the room, back in the present moment, with full awareness of your body and the sounds around you. When you're ready, stretch out your arms, move your fingers, stretch your legs, your feet, move your toes. When you're ready, open your eyes. The Scorpio New Moon meditation has allowed you to connect with the powerful energies of this astrological event. Transformative potential of the new moon, the strength of the Mars cazimi and the stimulating opposition with Uranus can guide you in setting your intentions and moving forward with determination and clarity. Embrace this fresh beginning, release the past and trust in your inner strength as you embark on your journey. I really hope you found this helpful. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, subscribe. This really helps the small channel to grow. Thank you. If you're enjoying my work, I'd like to remind you that my books are currently open for astrology readings and for astro coaching. With both of them, we look more closely at your planetary placements and see how I can help you navigate life at the moment. So if you'd like to know more, please contact me through my website, which is shown on the information at the bottom of this recording. Thank you so much.